Y'all don't wanna know. Fuck around and see it, cause you know I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast. Fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the fight, we on the next one. Wife changing money, just ask my honey. Got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rug. Maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug.
Web3 breakfast,
Web3 breakfast.
Web3 breakfast.
Hey, it's Pizza Day. GM fam, how the heck are we doing? We made it through another week. We got just today to get through. And if you made it through 4 of these already, you got 1 more to go. It's easy. Home free after today into the weekend. Slide home, miss the tag. Let's go, baby. Actually, it should have been a football reference now that the football season started, but whatever. GM family.
Yo, Jay Chains, my brother from another mother. What's the word, man? It's freaking Friday finally.
Freaking
you know how it is
Friday.
out here, man. Freaking Friday. You know, I'm just trying to think up a little bit. Speaking of crazy stuff that I just seen, Doug, I just seen on the back of a truck, right? It said, "Heart like a truck." And I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? They put it on the back of the back of the truck, like, I got a heart like a truck. What do you think, bro? Anything?
Heart like a truck or park like a truck? What did you say?
No, heart like a truck. That's all it said. Heart like a truck. Had a giant like heart around it. And then there was like a big truck around the truck, like the word truck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I got a heart like a truck. Like I can haul shit. I don't know, bro. I was befuddled.
That's interesting. You know, some people are creative, and sometimes maybe their creativity is a little too creative for their own creativity, and maybe it becomes a disaster. I don't know. That seems a little interesting, man. I don't know what that means. Never heard it before.
Okay.
You know,
right.
Don't know. But you're a road dog today. You are on the road. We're going to Illinois.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, we're going to Illinois. We're picking up another Tesla. So we will now have 3 Teslas. Bro, like I'm a gigicus. I was trying to come up with a word, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how we're living, right? Like I just wake up every day, whatever I got to do to make money for that day. So the big boss, Kev, hits me up. He's like, yo, bro, I got this plan. We're getting 2 Teslas, and we're just going to Lyft, and we're going to Uber, and we're going to DoorDash these things. We're going to rent them out on Toro. I need you tomorrow. We got to drive to Illinois. And I'm like, all right, bro, that's what we're doing today.
Here you go. Now, are you trailering them or are you driving them back? Or at least
we're going to drive them back.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Dude, there's nothing like a Tesla, man. Like if you haven't driven a Tesla, it is a different experience, truly.
100%, man. So I've never driven one. Now, I think when you, me, and Seven were in LA, I think was the first time I was in a Tesla, and it was a strange experience for, you know, like your typical when you have like a gasoline engine and you press the accelerator, like the engine kind of has to do its thing, like, and then it goes, right? Where, you know, the Tesla's like a remote control car where it's just like giddy up and go. It just goes right away. So it is a different experience on the acceleration, 100%. I tell you what, the Model X is, I think that's the one that I would get if I were to get a Tesla, because you just want to be a showboat with those doors. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, we're not. Is that the S or the X? because we're getting the one step down. That's the one we're picking up.
Mhm.
But speaking of Tesla too, Tesla is still a great stock to get into. They still have a lot of room. They got a little dip in the market last night. Earnings are looking good. Might be a good thing to look at. Matt will probably be able to could probably definitely back me up on that. It's a little high.
Where did I hear the other day? Did I hear it from you or someone else? Where if you do the 100 shares of Tesla, it basically it pays for basically your note on the car plus whatever insurance you would have. So by owning the 100 shares of Tesla, you basically get a free car.
So what we're doing is that's kind of like the plan with this, right? So as we do these different like gig economy jobs, so we're gonna start creating more content around this. We're gonna buy shares. Mm-hmm. So when I go out and I DoorDash, I'm gonna buy DoorDash shares. When I Lyft, I'm gonna buy Lyft shares. And the goal is to get to 100. And every time we get 100, we can package them up and set up some option trading, which will, like if it's set up correctly, can give you a return every week. Boom. And so, you set them up right. And, when you hit 100, like you can be right around that $400 or so, a week that you can kind of count into. You do that, 4 times, that's your car payment.
There you go. GM Matthew, I know you don't even have to raise your hand. I know you were chomping at the bit for this one. Get at it.
Yeah. Good morning. Actually 3 really quick things. One, it's very easy to go test drive a Tesla because there's no salespeople. So you can go to basically any dealership and just say, I want to test drive one, and they'll let you take it out. So if you do want to actually have a crazy electric car experience, I highly recommend it. Second story is I went to a buddy's wedding of mine. His really good friend is Chris Kilmore, who's the keyboardist for Incubus. And we got to drive back in his Model X, and we drove back from the wedding venue to the hotel. It was about a 5-minute drive down the coast of the highway. And we get to the hotel, and he's like, "You want to know something crazy?" My wife and I are like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I wasn't even driving that whole time." He just let the thing drive it back autonomously. And then the third thing that I love what Turbo was talking about, what he's talking about is selling covered calls. You got to own 100 shares of any stock that opens up from an option perspective. Tesla trades weekly. Some will trade only monthly. So you only have, you can only make that play once a month. The crazy thing too, or the challenging thing, he's absolutely right. You can net a couple $100 a week, which is what I do with like Coinbase and some of the other like Bitcoin mining companies. But it's the challenge with Tesla, like the people from an option perspective, you have to recognize that volatility is your friend. But volatility is your friend if you're a buyer in options. If you're a seller of options, it can be a little bit of a challenge because you might start on like a Monday and you say, hey, middle of the market on the day, things are kind of flat, like whatever. And then you sell your option and it's, a little bit out of the money, 80-85% chance it's going to be out of the money when the week closes. But this happens to Coinbase too all the time. These stocks are like meme stocks. So any random pump can send the stock like pumping a bit, which is actually going to make it a loss. You'll have to buy back the option if you don't want to get rid of the shares. So just a mode of caution there. Trading volatility on stuff like a Tesla is always like, the reason why they're so expensive, or the reason why you can sell them for such a high value every week, is because they're super volatile and they know that like they can swing in and out of the money super quickly. So my advice would be to take, a lot of times they'll give you 1% in the money and 1% out of the money, especially on something like Webull. Take the option levels that are like 90% out of the money. And that means that like there's a 90% chance based on previous trading that like the stock will fall out of the money by the end of the option that week. So you'll be in good shape and you won't have to buy it back. But I wouldn't go like a few dollars over, stay a little bit further out of the money on those options.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the goal too. Oh, I'm sorry, just real quick, Jay. Yeah, and that's kind of the goal too, right? Is that it's not trying to hit a home run, right? We're just trying to get on base, just keep getting on base every time you get up to bat. I mean, that's really kind of the goal, and that's why like really want to get have more of this like talk for traditional trading as well, because they do kind of go hand in hand. Like what we're doing with crypto, doing that stuff. I think it'd be really great to bring that to the community. Sorry about that, Jay. Go ahead.
No, man, you're good. You're good. Said the same. I'm about to say the same thing. Like, Matthew, I think it'd be really good to have a focused conversation on things like this kind of stuff. Other investment opportunities like covered calls and ways for people to get involved. Because if everybody's got Cash App, you can buy stocks there. If you're not comfortable with going to like a different broker or whatever. I mean, there's easy solutions for everybody. I don't know if that's recommended or not. I don't know if you actually own them on Cash App or not, but I know you can buy them. I don't, but I know you can get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and oh, go ahead, Turbo.
No, please.
I was just going to say too, like, I did a little bit earlier this year, like in Q1, I did a Trading Tuesday on another channel, and we got people together. We did a live stream, and I was walking through the actual interface so that people could understand kind of how these different. I mean, the biggest and most confusing and barrier to entry about this is the fact that people get confused by the screens. It's like when you sit into a pilot chair in an airplane, and you're like, what the F are all these like buttons? Right? And you have no idea what you're looking at. But once you kind of identify how things work, it becomes a lot easier to do. And the benefit too is that you can do this on any stock that has options open. So for example, Mara, or even I think not Bitcoin Depot yet, but like Mara is a $10-$11 stock. You can get 100 of those for $1,000, and you can trade weekly calls. Maybe you're picking up $10-$20 a week. But over the course, what's crazy to think about is if you keep all those shares and you do that every week pretty consistently, over the course of the year, you actually earn a return that's much greater than what the stock might actually do, just in passive income that you can either use to buy more shares and sell more option contracts or put it into other stuff. So it's a pretty amazing tool that is not really well shared. I don't know why necessarily. Other people don't want other people to make money, but it's a really powerful tool if you can use it correctly.
So would you recommend at that point to do that reinvest and compound it, or is it remember the strategy of don't put all your eggs in one basket? So take that money off the table and put it into something, or take those profits, or what is your actual recommendation for that, Matthew?
Yeah, my advice on the option piece is that you actually want to be selling covered calls on options or stocks that you really want to own, because that's just an additional way to generate passive income. And if they pay a dividend, it's even better, because you still get the dividend pieces for selling the option. So if they're actually release a dividend, you'll get that payment as well. So it's like two streams of passive income for holding a single stock. Some people will buy options without owning the stock, and that's fine, but that's just a lottery ticket. So I think my advice, and then the way I've played it, has always been own stocks that you want to hold and continue to add to that basket with passive income generated from dividends, like a dividend reinvestment program or options. And then you actually are able, like now Turbo, like what if you did that over 2 or 3 years and you're able to get 200 shares? Now you're selling two covered call options a week and then making $800. And then you do this for another 2 years and you get 300 shares. And so now you're owning a bunch of Tesla that you want to own. And now you're able to make a pretty big bag just in passive income on a weekly basis.
Oh.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, it's like, and the thing I will say, just for anybody who's listening, that like, get super excited and look and see what's going on. October's coming, and so that's the end of the fiscal year. We're going to see some things happening, especially like with this new COVID variant that's coming out. And they're pushing boosters again. If you are interested, like some places that definitely look would be obviously tech, anything in the gig economy, like the Uber Eats and that stuff there in the event of a lockdown. See those things soar. DocuSign is absolutely crushing in the event that we do get like another huge pandemic or whatever. That one's going to skyrocket. And, so prescriptions, technology, and things that are going to last from the pandemic in the event that we see another lockdown.
Man, I like that. There you go. There's your stonks investment advice from Turbo and Matt. That I could say that's some pretty good advice there. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, today is Friday. It is Friday. It is Pizza Day. We also got some Web3 music. I put out a tweet this morning saying we needed some more music. I got a bunch of responses from the community. So the first one, this is one of the favorites that I found. There's a bunch of, like I said, a bunch of really good ones. This one from a guy named CJ Lovelace. This one called Lavender in London. So enjoy this one, babies. All right. CJ Lovelace.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, man. There's a couple really good tracks that we got. So he also just put out another one. I think it was like the 6th, so just a couple days ago. So I'll put out a tweet and make sure that you guys can go check out the stuff that he's got over on Sound XYZ. But yeah, man, that Lavender in London, man, that was a good little jam from CJ Lovelace.
Yeah, that was definitely dope. And did you see the text message?
Mm-mm.
Nessie dropped us some fire. Yeah, man, definitely check your phone. Nessie sent us some exclusive heat for the Web3 breakfast family. So definitely be prepared for that.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I am excited for next week, man. I'm making the trip out to Vegas, and I'm gonna be linking up with Frank, man. I'm excited to talk to him about some music stuff, especially when we go back out to LA, because I've been thinking about that the Web3 breakfast song. We got to do up another one, bro. We haven't done a country song yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should definitely do a country jam.
I like that idea. I do not hate that idea at all. I mean, we can get a.
I had thought of a couple.
Okay.
Right.
I'll say we get a couple little cowboy lines in there.
Bro, for sure. I've been sitting all day listening to these spaces. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was better in my head, but I'm driving and I'm nervous now, so I'm not able to do it. We got to be in the studio, but it's something like that.
Yeah, man. I think it'd be like I feel like you could do like a country or even like a Jimmy Buffett tribute, man. Something.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That would be super dope. Like margarita or mimosas for breakfast.
Yeah. Wasted away again
like
in Wasted away again in Web3ville. I think that's the song.
Love that. We'll definitely have to write that down. 7. If you're not doing anything today, go ahead and pick up that feed.
Please, that would be fantastic. Man, I can't believe that's coming up next week. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Vegas, baby, let's get it.
Are y'all staying at the Ahern?
The Ahern.
So I'm actually gonna stay at the Strat. And so anybody that's going to be in Vegas, I hope to see you there. If you haven't got your tickets yet, it's not too late. Book and be out there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you there.
I'm an Aria guy myself. I'm a big fan of the Aria, so that's most likely where I'll be.
Aria, I haven't been over there. That's the new one, right?
It's not. I mean, I don't know. It's several years. I think it's probably from like the mid-teens in the 20s. Yeah, man. That's my thing. Is I like to be a little farther away from where all the action's at. Nice and quiet.
Yeah, and do you know if that globe thing is back on?
I believe
the giant.
I believe so. I've seen some like new videos from Vegas that looks like maybe it's back, that they fixed it. I'm not really sure. What you got, Mel?
I just wanted to confirm that the globe will be on in effect because I'm there, baby. Right? Because I'm there, they're gonna make sure it's on and popping so people can view. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a Dob thing. You wouldn't understand.
I would. No, excuse me, sir. I most certainly would, because I have my executive pass. And if you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you swing over and tap on his PFP and go get your DOB membership as well.
How much do you think it would cost to get a Web3 breakfast pizza emoji blasted on that globe?
Man, that would be dope.
Shit.
Say less. I got you.
My gosh, that'd be so dope. If it just had a pizza, if the whole thing was just a crazy massive pepperoni pizza with
and a big red candle down.
No. Why you gotta rain on my parade, Matthew?
Nah, we'll put a bunch of rocket ships on there. It'll be cool.
Perfect.
And,
yeah, when moon, when Lambo.
Yeah, and we'll turn it into a moon. Some of the pictures of that thing are insane. I cannot wait to see it in person.
I know. Are you gonna be out there next week?
Now, Matt, are you gonna be there?
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'm doing 2 panels on Thursday, and I get in Tuesday morning, so I'll be there.
Nice.
Me too. If you're still at the airport, maybe we can share an Uber.
That would be epic. Mostly because I just want to meet you in person.
Oh, we're definitely gonna meet in person for sure. I'm bringing my book so you can autograph it.
Oh hell yeah! I'm bringing a bunch to like give away and just toss around to people. Maybe I'll throw some at people in the audience.
Dude, you could do. You know what you should do? You should like put it in a plastic bag, but like put it inside of a cake and like do like what Stevie Aoki does and just like cake face people, but like inside the cake they get a book.
That would be amazing. I also want to put one like under a chair and be like, oh, everybody look under your seat and somebody's get a book. I don't know. Maybe that's
and they're like, this sucks. We wanted a car. I was also thinking that we might be able to make like a instead of a t-shirt shooter, it's a book shooter. Yes. And then we could just stand on the stage and just shoot books at,
you just got to make sure they sign the waiver of liability on the way into the session, just in case.
We should burn one like an NFT and like literally set one on fire.
We're burning one.
They're more rare. They're more rare now. There's one less.
Burning one. Yeah, definitely. I'm bringing it back home with me. They're gonna be like, "Yo, why do you have a burnt book in your bag?" I'm like, "Because this is fucking history, right here."
It's a one of one, man.
I burnt my fucking book. Yo, what up, Mel?
I'm sorry. I was just going backwards for a second. Am I the only one who's thinking about the lasting effects of hitting people with a book in the face? Like, maybe I'm the only one thinking about how
that's why everyone would be. That's why I said they got the waiver. That's why they got to sign the waiver.
The waiver? Okay.
It's a soft cover book anyway. You know what I mean? It's not hard. It's not a hard cover book.
It's called paperback. It's not soft.
Yeah, I feel like in a phone book situation, like
I'll read books.
Right? I feel like you would get just smashed. Like you'd be so excited for the cake to hit you, and then you just like you instantly, as soon as the cake hit your face, you would feel the book, and you would just be like, your whole life would change right then inside of that cake.
I think was it so
you'd be rethinking your life.
Like the other day I saw I want to say it was on Daily Loud, but like 50 Cent's getting sued by someone. I think looks like he was having mic troubles at one of his concerts, and he ended up just like chucking his mic and it like hit somebody in the head. Just be careful when you throw these objects, man. You just never know what's going to happen.
Wasn't that Cardi B? Cardi B threw something at somebody, I thought.
Yeah, she did too. Yeah, somebody threw a drink up at her, and she threw her gold mic at her.
Somebody like put it up on eBay.
She's notorious for that. Like she threw her mic at the DJ one time, and it like hit him directly in the mouth, and it was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But like what was really weird about the whole like her throwing the mic at the chick in the crowd was she was literally telling people to throw water on her, and then she started the song, and then I guess she was late to the party, and she was in the middle of like rapping Bodak or I don't know whatever the hell the name it is, but she like hit her right in the face as she was rapping, and you could just see it all over. She just instant got pissed off and was like, "Fuck you, bitch," and like just threw the mic. Oh, I love that video too.
Man, I wish I could get hit in the mic by a famous person. That's like getting in a car accident. Like every time I think like if I get in a car accident, my neck gonna be messed up, my back, you know what I mean? It might even just be like a fender bender. If I got hit in the face with a microphone by this huge celebrity, we'd all be paid, boys. We'd all be paid.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What's not ridiculous? We're gonna play another track, and we're gonna get this one from our buddy, friend of the show. This one is Awesome as JL. New one that came out, XRP1. Thank you, Seven, for sending me this one. This one is a dope track. So check this one. This is Awesome is JL. Yo. Oh, got a phone call right as that song ended. Yo, that one, that's a hot track. I like Awesome. That one is
Yeah, I love that.
XRP 1. Hopefully they'll win the appeal and all will be good in the world of crypto.
Oh man, that'll be a good day, won't it? That'd just be, because I'm telling you, man, everyone, all the videos and everything I've seen and all the different articles, they said $3.50 on that token is a fair, reasonable price to expect.
589, bro. 589. It's programmed.
Man, I mean, I feel that. So I mean,
That's not.
that'll
never happen.
Yeah.
The market cap would have to be. What would the market cap have to be? It'd have to be like a gazillion dollars. By the way, I have at this point up into the space station, right? Up into the space station. Both of those tracks. So the first one by CJ Lovelace, and then the second one by Awesome is JL. So as we go on, all the links for the tracks today will be up in the nest. That's something we'll start doing every Friday. And then pretty soon we got some fun ideas planned to get this stuff, onto the website so that people can start selling more tracks, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you stay tuned on that. Fridays we're gonna kick up the heat for Friday.
Yeah, man, I definitely had a super dope conversation with Tommy D. For those who don't know, Tommy D is actually the guy who produced "I'm Too Sexy," and and he also worked with Kanye, did a ton of stuff in the music game. But he's gonna come and do an interview. Talk about the things he's done, and we're talking about on a curated page on his platform. It's called Token Track.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, that was all. The recordings have just got better. That's what I'm talking about.
I like that. Well, cool, man. Let's set that up. That'll be fun. We've got a lot of big guests that we're in the middle of negotiating times and dates that work to be able to chat with people. But yeah, man, we're gonna be doing some fun interviews coming up soon. So definitely pumped for that. Are we doing a workout today, Coach Corey? Haven't seen any thumbs up or thumbs down yet. I think it's time. Turo, what are you gonna do in the car? Are you just gonna do like some? Are you driving or are you a passenger?
I'm driving.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do some kegels.
Yeah.
Do some
some left ankle twists, some ankle rolls on the left ankle only, and some Kegels. Perfect. That's a great workout for the drive.
I gotta jump in here. You read my mind.
For all you men out there, don't be messing around. It's good for it'll help you in the long run. Get your kegels in. No one knows.
Yeah, you can do them. It's like the silent. You can do that. No one has to know you're doing that. Just you. Oh goodness gracious!
There's an app.
I'm sorry to interrupt. When we talk about, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just real quick, because it's on my brain. I can't get. So we talking these kegels, right? So I got this routine, and I don't know if I'm on the right routine, okay? But it's with the wet towel, okay? So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you.
No, don't know.
All right, so I'll share it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, someone's got to break this down for me.
I'm gonna break it down for you. All right, as men, ladies, please forgive me. I don't mean to be.
Ladies, plug your ears. Plug your ears, ladies.
Okay, so what you do is early morning, all right, depending on how you roll, how your body operate, early morning, first thing when we wake up. And what I do is I take a wet towel and drape it over and do pull-ups, okay? I'm telling you, bruh, y'all laughing at me? I'm going to tell you right now, that's like the ultimate workout.
God, I have a question. When you say pull-ups, are you talking with your arms?
No.
Absolutely die.
I am dead. Oh my God. Mel,
you got it. It's like bench pressing. I'm telling you, it's like bench pressing for your leg. You know what I'm saying?
Your third leg.
It's like a Super Saiyan move.
Oh my God, I cannot.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's bench pressing for your leg. That's all I can tell you.
Oh man, my eyes are tearing. My palms are sweaty right now. Oh my God, what have you done, Mel?
We're canceled spaghetti.
You never know what's going to happen here. You never know where it's going to turn. That is not where I expected him to go with that at all.
I mean, y'all asked, right?
Oh my god! I thought he was gonna be like, yeah. And then I put it between my butt cheeks and I just squeezed, and I was like, this thing is gonna be. So
I thought so.
weird.
I see. I thought
They
that
got weirder.
turn, but nope,
No.
not at all. We got a brand new fear unlocked.
So there it is. Hey, look, man, I'm just saying, hey, everybody, every part of us is a muscle somewhere. You got to work the muscle out in various ways. So as a dude, I've tried a few things, and for some reason, I feel more like Superman-ish, you know what I'm saying, since then. And I started doing that years ago. So at the end of the day, trust me when I tell you, what? I'm telling you, bro, I guarantee. I'm telling you, do a few steps.
This is
You
amazing.
do a few steps, I swear to God, you'll feel like Superman times 10. Word up.
So
All right,
we're gonna all be at the convention, and he's gonna be like, "Y'all want to come over and hang out with?" And then we're like, "No, I'm
And just
good."
wet towels all over his
Right?
floor.
All
He's
right.
like, "You want to come stay at my place? I'm in a sauna." And he's like, "What the fuck? Like, how are you sleeping?"
Nah,
He's like, "We're all sleeping."
All right. So
I'm
really
trying
quick.
to help y'all out, man. I'm
We're-
telling you.
now-
Get your shit strong, man.
So I didn't expect that, but seeing as how you were vulnerable with us, the wet towel is the new thing here. And now I didn't know that this was like a health thing, but seeing how I'm looking down, I believe that my wife's the only woman in the room, so I'm comfortable to say this now. Is that I thought that was just a party trick, so I've been doing that for years, but not with a wet towel, and I just thought that was a party trick. I didn't know that I was doing some good things. So thank you for educating me today. I'll try the wet towel next time.
I mean, wet, damp, it's all the same. As long as it's got some weight to it, It's got some weight to
No,
it.
well, you got hang on now, Mel. You got to ease yourself in. You can't just be jumping into the big way. Okay, start off with a hand towel, then you go to a bath towel, and when you get big and strong, you
my
move up to a
God.
beach towel.
My
Oh, there's a good stop.
Pretty soon you're gonna have walking in music. You'll have a little robe on your walk to the bathroom. All right, let's get our workout in. I cannot believe that just happened. Woo! All right, this is another track that we got from the community. This is OK Beats. This one I think he just put out today. This is Trap Mix Volume 1. This is we'll listen to a couple minutes from it. It's like a 6.5 minute long mix. This is about 4 minutes into it, just a little bit shy of 4 minutes in. But this is a dope mellow track. Good for getting some workout in. I'm gonna be doing some. I'll do some push-ups. It's Friday. Push-up Friday. All right, so here's this one. It's called OK Beats. Trap Mix Volume 1. Boom. That was a cool beat. So that one's got like 3 or 4 different beats in there. I thought that one was super chill. I thought it'd be great to do some push-ups to that. But there are definitely some more high tempo stuff going on throughout there. I just definitely vibed with that this morning when I checked it out.
Hey man, yeah man, that was dope ass. Hey, you know what? A kid called. Hey, I love y'all. I was in a space the other day though, and there's an AI studio creation platform. And the founder, I guess, apparently was Deadmau5. I didn't even know, right? Like I was just engaging with him. He asked me to speak on the space. It's a beautiful space about AI. Turbo was there. I hope I'm not running Um, I think just listening to that beat, I'm like, I was sitting up thinking, I'm like, man, there's a lot of artists that pump out content, right? And especially in the Web3 space, you got a lot of artists that pump out content, and it's like, it's like 20 minutes worth of content or 20 minutes worth of development time, and then they ask, for 10 to 20, and then people wonder, like, why I don't get the attention, why am I getting this support? I'm like, just look at how quick it is to create something, and then put a metric to that. Like, okay, what time invested did it take for you to come up with this idea for
The Rugla.
NFT music?
The Rugla.
Am I
Gotcha.
ready?
You're back.
Love you back.
Okay. Yeah, it comes to a point in NFT music where I'm like, I just don't think that, people support. I always tell people, man, like, if you drop something, I'm going to support you, right? If you drop something again, I'm gonna support you, but I'm going to put up a question. The third time, I'm just questioning you. I'm not even supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what are we doing? What plans are you planning on doing to where this is turning into something that's viable? Like, where's the clear-cut course and direction? And oftentimes in this space, I feel like that is missing the most, right? Like, it's not the fact that you're a creator or artist. It's like, how are you going to create your artistry to expand and become even broader, right? And then what kind of receptive feedback are you getting from your Web2 audience? Because we already know what's encompassed in the technology on this side, right? But on the other side, how well are you and proficient at utilizing and leveraging Web 2, which is the majority of where your funding should be coming from? You should only be getting a slight portion because there's only a slight amount of people inside of Web 3. How proficient is your use case in Web 2 to where it's actually showing the results of the support that you receive in Web 3?
I like that. Sorry, I just got a message. I just got Turk. Go ahead, and Mel, anytime works. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna expand upon what the person behind me was just saying. I saw a tweet yesterday. I don't know if it was a viral thing or promoted or whatever, but it was a conversation that the daughter supposedly had with her father. And the father's like, "Hey, how's your art selling?" And she goes, 3 of 30. And the dad's response is, "Sounds like you need to make better art." And it basically sums it up. It's like, if you have an idea, it is great, but if your idea is to get expansion and it's not working, you have to change your approach. So there was kind of just a real good story in there to just kind of think about that. It's not that your art is bad, it's just that your art isn't, or whatever you've got isn't reaching the way you want it to, so you have to do something different.
Facts. Facts. And here's the thing, too, right? If you love it, you know what I'm saying? Put it out there. If other people love it, they'll collect it. If they don't love it, then they won't collect it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I was like, when I was talking about Paul Latami, I told him, I said, what I really want to do is I really want to make elevator music. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, man, I want to make elevator music. And he's like, bro, that's the shittiest music that they make. He's like, that's literally music that's made for people not to listen. And I was like, well, shit, but that's the thing. Like, I want people to get an elevator experience. He's like, well, we just have to kind of brand it a little bit different. And, that's the thing, right? To search, to him and other people that hear elevator music, oh, that shit sucks. No one wants to listen to that. But I love what I make, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they give it a different name.
Elevator.
Okay, can I just give you the psyop on elevator music?
Yeah, please.
It's meant to make you get out.
Really?
The reason why elevator music is the whole purpose is that you don't want to stay in the elevator, so you get on and get off quickly.
What if you like smooth jazz?
Yeah.
I like smooth jazz.
I think my music tells a story, you know what I'm saying? I want you to get in the elevator and feel this story of life, you know what I'm saying? While you're just sitting there doing nothing. Maybe you might be in there with your lady friend and you might want to dance, or you know what I mean, or do some moves or something. You should have that since you're already in a close proximity with other people.
I love the psychology about elevators where they have mirrors in front of the doors so that people don't get mad for how long elevators take. So, because they're just looking at themselves because they're all super vain.
That's so interesting.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh my gosh, that's funny to even think about that. I would have never thought about that. Mood music, Turbo. Mood music.
Yeah, he said experiential ambient music is what I make.
EAM better than EDM. It's like in the list of music genres, like if you are EAM, then like when people go to search EDM, it'll be right above it, and I'm sure people will fat finger it all the time and find you.
Yes. Hey, look, man. It's about time, man. It's about time for me to start sharing a little bit more of my music and doing our thing. I mean, it definitely like imposter syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Definitely sets in. Like it's not this thing that I want to be known for in this space. It's just something that like I love. And I think I should share it. And I think anybody that has a gift or a skill or what I'm saying, something that they love, just share it. Like do it. You know what I mean? Mel loves doing his alpha reps. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else who wants to be a part of that community, you know what I mean? They start with people for that. So that's the power of the Web3, man. We just don't. I don't think we maximize full potential in this space. We're not even close yet.
I feel that, man. I feel that. And speaking of sharing, here's our next track for today. This is from a dude named Easy Mac. This is the Mr. Sandman freestyle. I thought this was a dope track as well. So enjoy this one.
Oh, I love this.
Yo, that's a banger.
That's dope. That's banger.
I like that. I like that, like and that to me, that to me is where I think like Web3 style music needs to go, and it's cool to like talk and sing about like NFTs and all that kind of stuff, but like literally the only Web3 reference that you caught there was right there at the end when he said blockchain. That's it, and like that, and it's like we talk about like how are we going to achieve mass adoption? It's when people are using the technology without even realizing it. You bopped along to a whole damn song without realizing, and then he hits you at the end with a blockchain, and like it's subtle, right? It's nothing major, and I think that's where that's maybe a point of where we need to get to is just a little bit more subtlety. We're all guilty of that shit. Like when we talk to people, we get super excited about crypto.
And Jack Harlow, he has a line. One of his tracks too. He says, "We're gonna feed these kids to the metaverse." So,
that's good.
I don't know exactly what that means.
I mean, like, I think probably, like, we're going to feed these kids to the metaverse is that we're going to build them this thing that they're all going to really want to go to. Like, we're going to, like, basically build the Oasis, right? And we're going to suck the life out of life, building this machine for people to go into it and create this whole new digital world. I'm an IRL kind of guy. I like to give hugs, not hearts.
But what if
I like to
we
go
are
first.
already what if we're already in the metaverse?
We are.
Like we're in like you know
Yeah.
what I mean, like right now, like this body. And then we're gonna leave this body and enter into a new body in the new metaverse. And we just keep that's the evolution of our life. Is we just keep creating these metaverses that we transcend our consciousness into.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thought, man. Like I fully believe that like this is already a metaverse, right? Like everybody's signed into something and you can either participate in a conversation or you can listen, right? That's literally where the metaverse is going to go at some point. Like that's kind of the whole point, is to have this meeting space where, you know, we can all engage and develop, whether it's community, knowledge, businesses, you know, economies, whatever. You know, that's, I think, the focus of where it's all going, and we're already doing it. And I think Raul Paul even like said it in an interview or something that he did a couple of years ago. I've definitely spoken about this before, where, you know, he said we are definitely already living in the metaverse. I mean, think about the FaceTime calls, the Zoom calls, you know, everything. Like they're just digital representations of, you know, your face and your voice, and so that's, you know, it's a rudimentary version. It's like the 2D version of the metaverse. Like that's what we have right now. That's where we're living, is like, you know, the 2D version. Pretty soon we'll be 3D version. But Mel, go ahead.
Yeah, man, we was tapping into that. I just want to know if I could take a second and talk about what was going on with the show, especially for next week.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So, you know, real quick, y'all, if y'all haven't tapped in, you haven't listened to what Turbo and Jay was saying, get tapped into the DJ Blockhead show. So next week, we all know Vegas is happening, and within that, there will be a party within the party. So Mansion 2.0 is happening, and Dobbs got the invite to come perform a version of DJ Blockhead show. So the questions and the teams will be kind of interesting. I know that, you know, I think Team Red will be Keith Berry, Violetta, and I think Hermie. I got to double check that, but I told Loud yesterday that he'll be on a team as well, but he chose the blue color, so he's going to run with that one. But we're going to have some fun with it. It's going to give me an opportunity to but to do an actual show. If you guys haven't seen have a chance to see what I do, I did start up the DJ Blockhead show, and the objective of the show is to keep promoting the education and fun that needs to happen within the web world. I don't care what kind of space you're in, whether you're an artist or developer. But we've had fun on the show. Season 3 will be rolling around. There's a little bit of alpha I want to drop here in this space first. I will be, for season 3, I will be bringing on a co-host. And when you guys, ladies and gents, when you see who the co-host is, I think you'll be pretty shocked and amazed. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm trying to take Dobbs to another height, but I'm also trying to get the best performance since it is the first time, Dobbs, that I've been able to do the show live with actual guests that I interact with. I'm sorry, go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah, does your co-host already know that they're the co-host, or are you going to surprise them too?
Oh no, they know. They pulled.
Okay. All right.
Look, I was thinking about that, man. I wouldn't know how to freak it, but when I tell you about this one, I think you'll even agree with me. Like I want to tell you about so bad.
When you tell me that there was somebody better than me at the choice, I'm going to agree with you.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a hint. She's definitely prettier than you.
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations, Sapphire. She's always going to take my job. You see this shit, Jay? She's always going to take my job. She's a small girl.
No, wait, hold up. But no, it's crazy because it happened just the other day. The conversation came up, and I said, you know what, that'd probably be really cool. I've already heard that, hey, you ever thought about bringing on a co-host just to kind of have some fun with it? And I'm like, yes and no. But now it does make sense. So
I can't agree. I can definitely agree with you. That is definitely
still gonna give it a shot, man. Gotta try something different. It's only our 3rd season, right? So I'm really experimenting with it. I'm getting my handle on it. So there are no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no, like, big sponsors just running to the table just yet. You know, they're looking, but they're trying to see how far this goes. And I don't think they know me very well because I'm trying to go far. Very far. And so right now, I do have membership passes up for grabs. Now, what people don't realize with all the changes that I'm doing, and I'll tell this information here, the rewards pool, the membership benefits are now going from 10% to 20%. Now, also within that, what I'm going to do is once we come towards for the crew passes, which is the lowest tier, they're going for like $20 on East. With the way East is, you might get it for like $16, $17 right now. There are 2,650 of those passes. Now, the show's passes allow me to give membership benefits to the people, but it also funds the operation. This is how it works. There is no seed funding coming in VCs, so I have membership passes to give rewards to the people and to keep and improve production. So right now, I'm trying to do a couple of promotions for the crew passes. If you haven't gotten a crew pass or any of the other tiers, there's 4 tiers, then by all means, tap the link above and it'll take you straight to the mid page. So getting the crew passes into the hands of the people is going to be vital. So here's the next part of the alpha I want to drop. There will be an opportunity for everyone to upgrade their tier passes by using the crew passes. Hear me when I say this. You will be able to upgrade by having the first tier, which is the crew passes, and I'll go into details of that at a later date. But I am pushing it where people can get their hands on the higher tiers because the membership benefits are at a higher percentage with the other tiers. Okay, so the dog show. This is just what I have in store. This is what I'm doing, bringing on co-hosts, offering a chance for people to upgrade to a higher tier just for having crew passes. It also does, like I said, it funds the show. So all the support in the world is amazing. What all of you do, and a lot of you have done by liking, retweeting, it takes a click, right? I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Believe me, I do. But also, and again, getting the idea, getting those passes into the hands of people are important because I'm never doing another collection under this. I'm never, adjusting to the collection. This is it. So being able to do this and put it out to the people, get them, foot deep, hands deep into this at the ground floor, this is it. So I'm out here because I believe in something, and I believe that having a platform like this and pushing education and trying to support all communities and give them a platform to showcase, because I do those commercial breaks as well, it allows me to do my part in web world. So right now, the passes are going, and if in this space, while you guys hold it open, if there happens to be 10 crew pass mints, I will be giving away a director's pass or an executive producer pass. So for every number of crew passes that are minted, even within this space, I may even just run it for the whole day. I'm not sure yet. I will give you an opportunity with someone within the space right here, right now, to get a director's pass, which is going for $75, and the executive producer, which is $350, and it comes with a customized Meta-Ride ready vehicle specific for Dog Show. Okay, there's only 350 of those. So I am willing to do that and putting the information and the opportunities out there, and I get long-winded. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I'm excited about this. But this here, getting these crew passes sold, allows me to get bigger production, and I can give an even bigger performance in Vegas this week. So this is the goal, and my goal is to grind to Sunday, so you guys get in, get your hands on the passes, go tune into the show, go subscribe, man, go pay attention to that and get the notifications. Season 3 will be kicking off. The plan is for October 5th. So, and then I'll be able to introduce goals. So I'm kind of doing a lot of that stuff back to back. It takes a lot to do with questions and slides. And I am a one-man band, seriously, y'all. Trust me, I'll tell you. So, again, all of you, I appreciate all of you, and thank you for letting me have a moment to talk about it. But it is, this is it. This is what my contribution to Web World is. Each of the Blockhead Show.
Love it, man. Obviously you're a friend in real life and here for the show and all that stuff. So any way that we can support you, it's all about collaboration. That's one of my biggest things that we want to foster here is any one of our friends that's doing anything in this space to help grow in a positive way. That we're behind you 100%. So thank you.
Thank you.
I want to do another song, and this one goes out to Corey. Corey, you had asked what was my favorite. It was so funny. I was trying to respond on the songs thread this morning. That this song coming up, I don't know what this is from. It's Pair Off, Stellar, Jimmy's Gang. It's a dope track. But this is the one that I said was my favorite so far. And so I created like this whole new tweet thing. This is my favorite. I love it. Just with no context. And people were like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So it was just me not having enough context. So here's this one. We'll be back and we'll sign up with it. All right, that's going to do it for today, guys. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll be back on Monday for more Web3 breakfast. I hope you do something amazing. Get out there, touch some grass, get some fresh air, get away from your screen. We love you. See you on Monday for more Web3 breakfast. Adios, amigos.